Hey guys, this is Mario Kart. Second part of this Soul Calibur 2 video. Last segment I just showed you guys how to pick a model you want, explained a little bit about the materials, and I import it into Milkshape, then export it to SMD. This will allow me to import it into 3ds Max. Before you do that, you actually have to patch or fix the SMD before it comes in the Milkshape. Just use my script to do that. You would just go to Max Script, Run Script, and then find the script whatever it is, open it up, and you'll get this little float box. To fix the SMD, just click on Fix, and find your SMD and open that. It'll take a little bit, not too long, but once it's done, it'll say Done. And yeah, alright, so that's done. Now we can import. What we need to do is resize it actually. Anyway, open the one that says Fix, and untick the tube at the bottom. If you're using the newer plugin, I have no clue what to tick, but anyway, you have to figure that out on your own. This is the old one, the old importer. I'll include all the plugins with the tools. Anyway, if you notice, the model we imported is incredibly small. You can't even find the model. So to fix this, I just resize it. I tried to resize it in my script, but I couldn't get it right. So anyway, we have to do this through Max. So click on the size button, which is this one, then find your pivot button, left click and hold until you get that little thing, and go down to that one. That is your center transform. It's just your center pivot basically. And then you can just go to here, unlock it, and then just type in 0, 0, which is 10,000, and then press enter. And then your model's a little big, right? So yeah, we're gonna go to export and save over that one that says Fix. Yeah, replace it. Make sure you tick on reference and go to export. Alright, yeah. So that's done. You can delete that now. I'll re-import what we just saved, which is tacky fix. Again, untick the 2. And then when it imports, the bones should be resized automatically. So there you go. We can actually see the model now, and the bones are actually quite small now. Good. You can even test the skinning, whatever. First thing I'm going to do is save, though, so I don't lose any of that work. We'll just call this tacky. Alright. So there's tacky. If you go into edge mode, which is F3, you can actually see the bones. Arms should move to a certain degree. But anyway, so yeah, there's the model. It's somewhat skinned rigged. What we can do in 3ds Max is actually transfer over the skin weights to the model that we're going to be replacing it with, which is good. That means we don't have to do as much rigging. I messed it up now, but anyway, you get the idea. Some bones I'm going to neglect. What's the word? I'm not going to include, which would be anything that says anything down here, because I have no clue what they are. Ugami, I don't even know what that is. It's all in Japanese. Prot 50, Prot 0. I don't understand that stuff. So I only usually rig the stuff that makes sense, which is stuff like fingers and face bones and hands and stuff like that. But anyway, before we get to that stage of rigging, we have to obviously optimize our model to better fit to the game. So to do that, what we gotta do? Yeah. So we got tacky. We're gonna go back to our other model now, which is this Yu Ying. And we're gonna dice it up into sections. Okay. So to do this, I'm gonna have Milkshape open, this thing open, and this thing open. Alright, this is not... Alright, there we go. Okay, so there's my model. Like I was saying before, is each object is... you call that... maybe it's better shown in Milkshape here. Select model by group. And I'll just hide the bones for now. Okay. Alright, so if I select this mesh, that's 1. That's hair, right? It'll tell me what material it uses too. Material 1. Which should be this one. Which it is. Or material 0, or whatever. Okay. So that's how it relates. If I can give you a better example. Let's see. Okay, so you see this one highlighted here. This is all one separate piece, and you can see that separate piece in the viewer is actually reflective. So each mesh, sub-mesh group here has its own material setting. So we want to replace that with our model that we want to be part of our model that wants to be reflective. We want to replace it with that one, pretty much. Confusing enough? Okay. Also, we have to retain the same number of mesh groups. So yeah, we have to keep chopping up our model until we have the same amount of mesh groups, pretty much. Yeah. And that's what we have to do to prep the model. It's already in pieces, actually, but yeah. Let's have a look at these pieces and see what we can make of it. The face, eh? Yeah, let's do it a different way. Since it all does use the same texture, let's do it a different way. Get rid of our weapons. I'm only doing this because this particular model only uses one single texture. It's easier for me to do it this way, actually. So I'm going to convert it to edit polygon, and I'm going to go into UV, unwrap UVW, and there you can see the entire model laid out for me, which is good. There's some overlapping junk in here, though. What is that? Oops, maybe this isn't one texture. Let's see. Oh, there's some like arrowhead in there. Stupid. Alright, let's do that again. Convert to edit. And add one of those. Alright, so there's a texture laid out. Nothing should be overlapping. Overlapping, of course, is something that's doing that. So yeah, everything's laid out there, and we're just going to cut off pieces that we're going to isolate. That's going to be a separate texture. So attach that. They're showing you a faster way of doing this, but anyway. What else do I want to cut off? This shirt should be a separate one. Let's see. Let's see, how many reflective textures does Tacky actually have? Looks like she has 2. What's this guy here? Shoulder pad. That's the other one. This little brace here. So basically just have one. Alright, so it looks like Tacky only has one material that uses reflection, which not sure if I mentioned this, but anything with DXT5 is usually a reflective texture or a transparent one. But you know which ones are transparent. This one's probably transparent. Looks like a button. The hair is obviously going to be transparency. Anything else, it looks like armor, silver, gold. That's for reflection, obviously. Ooh. Ooh. It's got a lot more than I thought, actually. That's all reflection texture. This one, this one. So we got lots. Just do a quick count so I know what I'm dealing with. Looks like I got 1, 2, 3. Oh, maybe that's pushing it. That's not one. Okay. Yeah, 3. That's 3. That looks like 3. Yeah, 3. That's probably just 3 skinned ones. There's maybe these other ones, but they're static. I can't use static ones. Okay, so yeah, let's go with that. I have 3, and the best optimized 3. I'm going to use 1 for the face. That's just a quirk of mine I like to have. That cuts us down to 2. I'm going to be using these 2 for either the top portion or the lower portion of her body. So I'm going to be using, obviously, this is going to be one texture together, along with, no, I'll just leave it at that. That'll be its all one separate texture. Good. I like it like that. Oh yeah. Okay, so let's do that. So yeah, that's how it just begins. It's just dicing off pieces and a lot of planning. But like I said, that's just for efficiency. Like if you wanted to do it like really quick, you could probably do it within 5 minutes, just in and out of Max and into the milkshake. But anyway, so that's going to be used for reflection. Make sure you delete any doubled up polygons. Well, I guess it doesn't matter, but yeah, I'll just leave it. I just wanted to say that you should probably delete double-sided polygons just to remove any excess polygons. That way you save on file size. Anyway, just ignore what I said there. Oops, I missed a piece. So just constantly looking at the model here. That's got to go over there. Whoa, all the way down there. What? That's annoying. Where's my snap button? No! Alright, that piece is 1. Okay, good. Alright, so I've got that one. I should probably put that back where I found it. The snap button's pretty handy. It'll just click. Alright, so we got that piece. That's gonna be all reflective. Oh, this is good for the buttons. We can use that for transparency. What else is kind of just like floating there for buttons? Nothing. So these I'm going to use for this transparency texture. Yeah. So you can see how this is like a lot of pre-planning and all that other junk. I guess you have to have like a better knowledge of what's going on. But anyway, it's easy after a while. I'm going to run out of time. What's going to happen is I'm going to continue to dice up this model. Next segment, I'll show you the model after I've diced it up, and I'll kind of explain why I diced them up, where I put them, etc., etc. And then at that point, I will be ready to rig, and the next segment will be on rigging. Okay. So yeah, that'll be that. What else can I take here? Leg textures are going to be different. So yeah, I just gonna tackle this thing. This is gonna be reflective along with these arm pieces.